Hello, and welcome to Let's Play Dishonored with me, Meta Yorick. Hello! Anyway, starting off, a couple disclaimers. This is an M game. If you're a younger viewer, I'm going to ask you to please watch something else. I recommend Chugga Conroy because he's a little more light and fluffy. Granted, I'm kind of light and fluffy as well, but I'm playing an M game, so not the best for you. Sorry. Okay, next up, this first episode is going to be primarily exposition. So don't expect to get a real good read on me yet because, well, I'm not going to be able to talk much, unfortunately. So, yeah, I'm sorry about that. This might come off a little dry, boring. Things will definitely pick up in episode 2. Much more. And yeah, this is Dishonored. Might as well take this opportunity to say a couple brief overlying thoughts on this whole thing, since I'm not going to get a chance this whole first episode. This game got a lot of 9 out of 10s when it first came out. I would have given it maybe an 8 out of 10, maybe slightly lower, because I like this game. I like it a lot. It's got a lot of fun things to do with it, but I'm going to say this up front. The story, really stupid. Like, really painfully stupid. Badly written. None of the characters are that interesting. What's really good about this game, or at least it's fun, is the mechanics. A lot of fun to play with. A lot of the abilities are all enjoyable, if some more broken than others or unbalanced. That, you know, invalidate other things. And the world. It reminds me a bit of... oh, shoot. Flaking. I would give an example, but the example's name just flung right out of my memory, so you're not getting that example. This game, really good world, very interesting. Honestly, if they ever make a sequel to this, I want to see this world and gameplay continued with a lot of the other stuff basically gutted. This game's a lot like Thief, or I suppose Bioshock, but Bioshock doesn't have an emphasis on stealth, which this does. And unfortunately, I'm running out of time to talk much, since we're about to get into the intro, so unfortunately, I'm going to have to be quiet for a bit. Sorry.
So that you could remain near. But there is no one else. And the Spy Master was right to insist that I send you. The plague has taken so many, and we must find a cure. When you are near, my heart is at peace. Emily and I will count the days until you return. Hurry home and bring good news.
I love melodramatic intros in the morning.
Steady hand. That's it. Watch it.
Cast off line.
Casting off. We're away. Take us straight to Dunwall Tower. Lord Corvo has news for the Empress, and we've come a long way.
A long way to bring bad news. The sailors say there's a curse on us. Black magic.
Well, we're on a boat. I can tell you that much. We're off to a good start. Oh my god. What are they doing to that whale in the background? I mean, they've got it hung up and... oh, it's a whale hospital. Oh.
We need help with the rat plague.
You know, maybe it's just me, but I don't think it's good veterinary policy to hang your patients on meat hooks. I'm gonna have to talk to the Empress about that, because that does not seem like a good anything when dealing with trying to heal a whale. You have to talk to the Empress. We definitely have retarded veterinarians in Dunwall. Although I'm really glad we have whale hospitals. Why don't we have more of those? I like whales. I've always wanted to ride one, but never have. Not because it's, you know, like a dream that I just will never fulfill, but it's kind of stupid. Stupid dreams are always the best ones to have.
The Empress will be waiting for you.
Yeah, I know I'm talking over the intro, but I just can't really help it. This intro, I feel, is really weak. You can tell this, I believe it's Arcane, not positive on the name offhand, but Arcane Studios, they definitely liked BioShock, and they were trying to, get the immersive intro to get you settled into the world. And I'll be honest, this intro really fails. I'll talk a little bit more about it later.
Oh, you're back! Will you tell me about your trip, please? Were there any whales? Wait! Let's play hide and seek first. I'll cover my eyes and
To say,
you hide.
I don't know if they use the same graphic engine, but this game really does remind me of BioShock. Everything looks really plastered. I mean, look at her hair. It looks like it's just glued onto her skull, and it's not even hair. It's like a mop or something. I know I'm being nitpicky, and I'm not really helping the progression of the story. Okay, in hindsight, probably shouldn't have said yes to the little girl, but I'm trying to let her get a little more character building in because... Okay, FYI, I'm going to spoil a lot of things in this. Nothing, like, major. I mean, what I'm spoiled is going to happen in 15 seconds, so it's not much of a spoiler, but... She is going to be important to the game's story, and you're going to see her for a cumulative amount of 15 minutes in an 8-hour game. And she's going to get, like, 5 sentences of dialogue, more or less. It's really dumb. She's supposed to be, one of the main motivating factors for you to do what you're going to do in this game, but A, she's not interesting, B, she's not well written, C, she's hardly in the game at all, which makes it hard to attach yourself. The entirety of the developer's assumption that you're gonna do everything you do in the game solely for this girl is that she's a little girl, which is really manipulative and kind of... I feel disingenuous to the... that's probably not the best word for it. Regardless, to get an idea of what I'm talking about, this sort of like using children as the main motivating factor for a player, Jim Sterling, he does a show called Jimquisition. He did a whole episode on this sort of thing, and I have to say, not always agreeing with him, although he's always very interesting, but I feel hit the nail when dealing with developers' overuse of, or not just developers, but in the entertainment industry in general, using children as a main motivating factor for a plot, where it's not really effective and just lazy, really. Psst. FYI, these people are important.
Stop moving.
Just like Emily there, you're gonna see them for a total of 15 seconds in this intro, and then later in the game they're gonna go, "Oh, don't you remember Sokolov?" No, but he was in the intro. I mean, that means I saw him for 15 seconds, he barely said anything. Why would I remember him? Because he's an important character. We don't treat him like one, we treat him like a throwaway thing that we keep in the game for 15 seconds, but he was important, damn it. You should have taken notes. And not talked over his very, very short dialogue, which was the only characterization we'd get for both of those two characters you saw. Also, seeing as you're going to see this guy for about 15 seconds as well, you can tell that he is also an important character. That's how this game functions. The less you see of a character, the more important they are to the plot. Which is why that whale we saw at the veterinarian hospital, he is probably the most important character in this game. Actually, in a roundabout way, whales are very important to this game.
Corvo, 2 days early, full of surprises, as usual.
If I'm just full of surprises, shouldn't that be the norm, and therefore me surprising you not surprise you? Yes, I'm named Meta Yorick for a reason, FYI, kids.
What news have you brought?
And if you don't know what the word meta means, no, it's not related to Meta Knight. Actually, that name is really random if you actually know what the word meta means. But I think I'll save that for another time. I'll let them be dramatic for just a few more moments.
Knew of some cure. This news is very bad. We're at the breaking point. Cowards. They're going to blockade us. They'll wait to see if the plague turns the city into a graveyard.
Are you okay, Mother? You seem sad.
Yes, don't worry, darling. Mother is fine. Wait,
wow. In that 15 seconds I saw that woman, I am immensely attached to her and care deeply about her fate.
Come here.
How are they doing that? I want to teleport. Oh, crap, assassins. Okay, this is the combat tutorial. Very brief one. Basically, all you need to know: left hand, you deal everything that isn't sword, and the right hand, you have a sword. If you parry just before someone attacks you, it puts them in a stun state. You can perform an instant kill. But if you just block the blow.
Thank you. If you hadn't been here...
Well, thank God I dealt with that, and there's no annoying... Oh, God!
Mommy! No! Get away from
Oh, FYI, he's in this intro for also 15 seconds, and like everyone else in this intro, he's vitally important. I know I'm being cynical, especially since, you know, he just murdered someone, but this is just sloppy writing, I'll be honest.
Corvo, it's all coming apart. Find Emily. Protect her. You're the only one who'll know what to do. Won't you? Corvo.
Corvo? Now might be a good time to, I don't know, defend yourself. I mean, this doesn't look good for you. You can, like, say something, or at the very least run away, because, you know, people think you murdered the Empress. This is sort of a big deal. Corvo, you can block, or not, just take the blow to the head. It's not like you're the greatest bodyguard in all of Dunwell or anything, which is the entire known world in this game. No, just... You might be getting the feeling that I'm a little not okay with anything that's written in this game. This is a really stupidly written game. And it's clear from a lot of things that you can tell that these people played other games that they liked and just tried to copy it without understanding why it worked in those games. I think Thief is the biggest inspiration to this game. It's amazing how many things that game got right that this game kind of screws up, but the things they add, some of them, I feel make it definitely worth the purchase. So don't think I'm totally dismissing. I suppose I should be quiet during this next part.
This is your final chance, Corvo. Sign the confession.
Did I mention that this was an M game? If there are still children, you should not be here, because we're going through a torture scene.
That's enough for now. Get out. Let's give the man some time to think. Corvo, the Empress is dead. Her daughter Emily is hidden
Yes,
away.
monologue.
Ever know the truth?
Heaven forbid the player not figure out that you're
Tomorrow
not...
you'll be executed.
Yeah.
But it's for a good cause.
Heaven forbid the player figure out that you're not entirely evil. I mean, you were just talking about killing everyone who was infected with the plague a minute ago, and now you're torturing me and telling me your entire evil plan and how you killed the Empress, took over.
You were in the wrong place at the right time.
I mean, don't let there be any doubt that you're evil incarnate. I mean, heaven forbid there be subtlety or, you know, legitimate reasons for your actions. Just be as cartoonishly evil as humanly possible.
You should eat, Corvo. This meal comes from a friend.
Alright, I'll be honest. We're about approaching my deadline of this episode. So, the next episode, we break out of this stupid prison. And then, well, I think we're going to get better acquainted then, because I was just basically being cynical, but I'll be a lot more happy-go-lucky next episode when I get to play the fun combat. And make myself